Even though we will talk about 4 consumer profiles, the goal is not to pigeonhole people into rigid categories. These are starting ideas useful for those designing shoes, bags, and sneakers to imagine lifestyles and possible desires. The world of fashion is undergoing a profound transformation. Contemporary aesthetics are fluid, hybrid, multidimensional. The boundaries such as genres, tastes, and functions are becoming increasingly blurred. It's time to move beyond old stigmatized categories and focus on a more open narrative that allows designers new creative possibilities. To reach this with awareness, we try to identify 4 contemporary ways of living and analyze and interpret style without necessarily forcing or strictly classifying them in various contexts. The profiles we present to you are in continuity with those analyzed last season, evolving with new ideas, materials, and colors. However, they remain valid tools for understanding emerging desires and the most current style codes. In each trend, the color palette helps to reinforce the stylistic identity with neutral tones, intense accents, or experimental shades. Each color choice is designed to interact with the materials, shapes, and sensations that inspire the collections. In the evolving fashion landscape, consumers of this trend aspire to a style that is essential yet refined, skillfully moving towards a fluid and personal aesthetic. It is not minimalism, but refined subtraction, discreet luxury, curated proportions, artistic lines, and sartorial experimentation, thus creating a beauty that combines identity and harmony. Simplicity becomes emotion, paving the way for a deeper and more immersive vision of design. These 3 words express the essence of the trend. Refinement and attention to detail express sensitivity and sensibility. Expression of a measured identity, balanced and in harmony with technique and sensitivity. We are talking about a consumer with delicate femininity, who loves the cleanliness of forms and sobriety, always in search of balance. Quiet emphasizes the absence of excesses, while geometry refers to barely suggested yet precise lines with no metallic excess. The charm of what transcends time between memory and style, bags that seem to emerge from well-lived wardrobes. Designers reinterpret vintage details with respect and lightness, creating contemporary accessories that span different generations with a spontaneous and recognizable elegance. From the past, iconic silhouettes re-emerge, becoming objects that, rather than being invented, seem to be rediscovered. Clean lines, precise constructions, relaxed elegance. Men's bags embrace an essential aesthetic. Hand-carried backpacks, soft bags that stretch, comfortable and spacious reporter-style bags that effortlessly accompany everyday elegance. This bag embodies the idea of a briefcase that, while being unstructured and soft, maintains a thoughtful and precise shape. It's perfect to express the balance between functionality and personal style. Consumers of this trend experience fashion as an emotional and theatrical act. They choose accessories that enhance their personality, making them feel special, unique, and recognizable. They love refined opulence made of precious details and sophisticated craftsmanship. For them, beauty is gratification, identity, expressive freedom. They wear what excites them, every shoe, every bag, every aesthetic gesture that communicates intensity and a desire to stand out. We can say that in this trend, accessories communicate personality, that intense colors and dynamic shapes convey energy and vitality. It has a playful and creative touch, making each piece surprising and unique. A theatrical elegance that is not afraid to be noticed, the glam expression consumer chooses bags that excite, that stand out for their texture and personality. In the latest collections, exotic materials take center stage again. Authentic or printed, capable of evoking rarity and sophistication. From ostrich, reintroduced after years, to python in new shades, to crocodile, lizard, eel, and water snakes. Every surface becomes decoration and every detail speaks of taste and distinction. It is not ostentation, but rather visual pleasure, a desire to feel special through materials that express charisma, elegance, and uniqueness. Intimate suggestion, decorative strength, these bags reinterpret the aesthetics of boudoir corsets, with laces, eyelets, and lacings that combine sensuality and sartorial construction. Details that evoke intimacy. Elements from historical women's clothing are translated into theatrical accessories designed for a woman who wants to seduce with elegance and presence. It is a conscious femininity that plays with the codes of the past to rewrite them in a contemporary key, balancing visual strength and extreme attention to detail. Impactful elegance for the man who wants to stand out. Briefcases transform into status pieces thanks to bold textures and materials that evoke the animal world, such as prints, crocodile, pony hair, and leopard or zebra patterns. The man following this trend chooses functional bags, but ones that are rich in character, expressing personality, strength, and style. The authentic beauty of conscious craftsmanship. Consumers who identify with this trend are looking for something that goes beyond the moment, accessories that last, that tell a story, and that are respectful. They are contemporary, attentive figures who live in the city but maintain a deep connection with nature and artisanal tradition. They love natural materials, honest craftsmanship and shapes that evoke the past but work in the present. For them, every bag or shoe is a conscious choice, speaking of quality, balance, and respect for what is well made. The understated style, yet never anonymous, is marked by lived-in details, earthy tones, and retro references. Luxury lies in simplicity, in care, in beauty, without fanfare. The three words that can highlight the trend: authentic accessories that enhance manual craftsmanship and the quality of true materials, with a strong connection to tradition. A timeless style that does not follow trends but endures for its aesthetics, care, and functionality. Natural for the organic, tactile, often imperfect materials that convey a sense of connection with nature and conscious making. The bags in this selection speak with a soft voice, but with great intensity. The colors are light, dusty, never intrusive. The fluid shapes and lightweight materials convey a sense of calm and delicacy, both visually and physically. No excess, no rigidity. Only an essential beauty which expresses purity, harmony, and a gentle idea of femininity. These are accessories designed for those who choose to stand out quietly in balance between naturalness and care. Straw bags, raffia, or materials that mimic the natural effect bring a desire for summer lightness to the city. Fringes, tassels, and craftsmanship that evoke a sense of freedom and movement, like a breeze passing through sunlit streets. These accessories speak of nature, yet without leaving the urban rhythm. They are designed for those who desire a handcrafted and relaxed aesthetic, even in metropolitan daily life. These bags speak of summer and lightness through spontaneous, soft, and never conventional weaves. Strips of leather or alternative material shape open and flexible structures, leaving room for imagination and variety. The palette plays with warm, fruity, and vibrant tones that evoke the sun, holidays, and freedom. It is a cheerful craftsmanship that maintains authenticity and care, but allows itself freedom of form and color. Each bag becomes a small exercise in material creativity. Made from naturally tanned leather or treated for a lived-in look. They recall the aesthetics of hunting or travel bags of the past. Solid shapes, visible stitching, patinas that seem to tell stories of the past. These are accessories that do not follow trends but are rooted in time and personal style. A silent luxury that celebrates material, function, and memory. Travel bags with an authentic taste that recall the luggage of the past, reinterpreted in a contemporary way. The iconic shapes, the bowling bag, structured duffels, weekenders are enriched with treated leathers, contrasting inserts, and dusty tones that evoke an elegance of bygone days. Designed for him and her, they speak to those who love to travel with style and awareness. Here, vintage is not nostalgia, but an aesthetic and cultural choice. Technology, style, and movement in continuous evolution. Consumers who identify with this trend are explorers of the future. Innovative, dynamic, curious, they choose accessories that combine functionality, experimentation, and identity. They seek new materials, technical solutions, hybrid forms, but always with a stylistic touch that speaks of personality. They live in motion between the city and the metaverse, between the real and the digital, and they want clothes and accessories that accompany them with lightness and vision. Fashion as a creative playground where everything can evolve. Always in search of new solutions between aesthetics, performance, and technology, in constant movement between daily activities and personal style, open to experimenting with materials, volumes, and combinations with a free spirit. The bags in this slide are distinguished by geometric shapes, glossy surfaces, and sharp cuts. They seem more like disc-design objects than simple accessories. Designed for a woman who seeks a break from conventional forms. Decisive identities, or for these volumes that redefine the idea of functionality through cool, surprising volumes, wide curves or details, ovals and extra proportions. Each bag is a formal experimentation that combines essentiality and comfort and visual impact. Unfiltered creativity. Between play and provocation, these bags push the boundaries of the traditional accessory, transforming it into an expressive and sometimes ironic object. Between punk, couture, irony, pop, and pushed craftsmanship, these models speak to those who use fashion to break, play, and reinvent. The reclaimed denim becomes a living material cut, reassembled, renewed with careful craftsmanship. Each patchwork bag tells a story of transformation where the past meets a new function, a sustainable approach that respects the material and celebrates the value of handmade, durability, and uniqueness. These unisex bags blend, form, and function with balance. Technical or glossy materials, essential geometries, and calibrated details give life to accessories suitable for every gender and pace. Jeans transform into another creative expression, and in this vision, denim loses its casual connotation and becomes a noble material to sculpt, embroider, and carefully shape. Crystals, embroidery, applied flowers, tailored cuts, and jewelry accessories completely reinvent the lexicon of jeans. It is a new stylistic frontier that blends pop culture, technique, craftsmanship, and couture spirit. Denim is everywhere, but it has never been so precious.